Hi everyone, I'm Diana or Luna Ivy. Yes, ma'am. So, welcome to my channel. If you've never been here, hello, subscribe and like the videos. Yes. In my other videos, I've done spicy challenges. I've done the one chip challenge, the 12 Satan challenge, the noodle challenges, but I'm kind of deviating away from the spicy food for a little bit because the last spicy noodle challenge that I ate, it actually got to me. Samyang, they really did a number on my tongue. So I actually decided to do a video on hair dye. I was dyeing my hair yesterday and I was going, I wonder if I made a video about a hair dye or the hair dye that I use so it can help whoever wants to go dye their hair and who has have questions about the hair dyes that they're trying to get or don't know what to do or anything like that. Disclaimer. This is not a paid sponsorship by anyone. No one is telling me to do this or paying me to do this. I am actually doing this on my free will. I am not trying to downgrade any other hair products. Every hair product is good for everybody, has their own different choices, their own opinions. This is just the one that works for me. Now, if at the end you do want to sponsor me, that would be great. Right? Okay, on to it. So, without further ado, I have literally tried Artifox, Manic Panic, L'Oreal, I don't know, all kinds of different hair products. The hair dye that I actually like to use is Splat. Splat has literally been the color or has been the company of hair dyes that I just cannot alleviate myself away from. I mean, yes. The only downgrade to the whole Splat thing is that it does go everywhere, it does stain, and it does kind of leave like a little bit of tint, but like what hair dye doesn't? But honestly, at the end of the day, it's the only hair dye I feel that actually gets the color to look like the way it's supposed to. It penetrates the hair particles the way it's supposed to, and it actually looks really pretty. It's vibrant, it's beautiful, and I feel like it's a little easier to work with, even though yes, it is a little bit, like I said, messy, but it's the one that I tend to like the most. I've been dyeing my hair since I was 11 years old, and I also dye my mom's hair. And when we've gone to those permanent dyes, I feel like because you have to use peroxide, it's such a harsh chemical for your hair and it leaves it feeling rough, and you have to do all these conditioning treatments afterwards, and it just makes it really difficult for you to get your hair looking natural again. And unfortunately, when I used to do a lot of bleaching to my hair before I actually found the Splat. So I damaged my hair. So I had to cut my hair. My hair was really long and I had to cut my hair down to here so I could give it a fresh new start. But actually, I love it. It gave me a new style, gave me a new look, and hey, it's a new year, new stuff, right? So I have done my hair from the pure sapphire to the blue envy to the emerald to the jade sapphire to all of the colors. If you actually go to splathairdye.com, you can find all of the products that Splat has to offer. They have a variety of colors from the blues to pinks to reds to greens to yellows, you name them all. Actually, they're considered like fantasy colors, but I feel like Splat has the best variety of fantasy colors, and it's the colors that go on the longest. I have used another one before. This is a different type of brand of hair color. It's trying to imitate Splat. The problem with this is that I feel like the color was so thick that it didn't allow it to penetrate through the hair the way that it was supposed to. And it didn't come out as bold. Like the red color actually came out like a copper orange, and then the purple actually came out like a lavender instead of the purple that it was supposed to show here that's actually supposed to kind of be like this color, and it never came out that color. And I was actually pretty upset. But I mean, hey, I just used it just to use it. I've also, this was the it's Midnight Jade. This is the Midnight Jade that I used before. This was the color. And then Splat also has options. They have an option where you can have a bleach kit if you need to bleach your hair, or they have an option without a bleach kit, which is used for people with brunette hair who don't want to go through the process of the bleaching, because the bleaching process can be very rough. So how you can tell if you have a bleach kit or not, one, it should say it on the front. It should say no bleach, or it should say bleach. Then on top of it, On the back, on the actual box, it'll show you. Like here shows you the color, the gloves, and the deep conditioning, right? Then here actually it shows you, oh, wrong one. This one actually shows you the bleaching, the color, the bleaching, the peroxide, the color, and the gloves. So that is the difference, and you have to watch out when you read them. And some of them are one application. They have a 30 wash one. They have one that comes like in a little bag. I think it's just the color. The varieties are endless, and if you go, you can either go to CVS, you can go to Target, you can go to Walmart. They all have all the different types of varieties, and they do vary in the prices. It can go from being as $10 to being $14. It just depends on where you get it and where you go. Yesterday when I went to CVS, it was for $13.99, which is, I honestly, from Walmart, I paid like $11.99, so it's like $1 something difference. But I also like Splat because one, they're vegan free, they're phosphate free, they're cruelty animal free, they're ammonia free. They are also, I'm looking for the stuff where it says it, gluten free, non-GMO. It was made in the US. And that's actually something that I think a lot of people have a problem with, is actually the hair products or the hair dyes from other places. You don't know how well or where they have been tested and the stuff that is inside of it, which is why the hairs end up feeling so bad. So I tend to go with Splat. Plus Splat, I feel like, has a bit more of like a liquidier consistency compared to other hair dyes. So when you're doing the other hair dyes and it's so thick, you have to constantly keep going. You have to use a lot of it. But with the Splat hair dye, you literally just use a little bit and it literally penetrates the whole entire hair, and you really don't have to use a lot of the bottle. So a couple of tips that I actually do. Instead of doing the bleaching in here, I actually put the bleaching in here. It's actually a bit easier. It doesn't allow for the powder to go everywhere. And plus, all you have, then you'll have another bottle for you can use. And plus, you just go ahead, you do what you gotta do, and it sits and it doesn't go everywhere. Then another thing that I do when I am doing my hair color, I actually use petroleum jelly, Vaseline, anything you want. It doesn't have to be specific. It could be from CVS, it could be from Walmart, it could be from Publix, it doesn't matter. Just because the problem is that when you actually put on the jelly, it actually is slick and it's soft. So you can actually, if the color goes on it, just go ahead and wipe it off very quickly. Or you could just do what I do. Sometimes I take a couple of Band-Aids or some tape and I tape it on my ear, because who wants to walk around with hair color on their ears or anywhere looking crazy, right? Nobody. Then another tip that I do is that sometimes you can either use a regular brush or a silicone brush. I don't like silicone brushes because I feel like the color doesn't penetrate into the brush the way that it should, or doesn't stay on. It kind of just leaves it on here, and you can't go through the hair the way it's supposed to. And it's more for melting or ombre colors, as to where this is like a real brush and you can actually get into the hair the way that you're supposed to. You can actually get into those little particles that maybe you can't see, or the little pieces of hair you couldn't get to. And I feel like with this, you can actually feel where you're going from. Then gloves. Always have, I think it's better to have multiple gloves, but put them on. When you put on just one glove, it tends to be all frilly and it goes everywhere. So you can actually, when you're trying to dye your hair, it can come off. So I like to put on 2 or 3 or 4 gloves, because by that time you can actually just take off the gloves and just keep on doing what you're doing. Especially for people who want to do multiple colors, all you have to do is take off the hand thing, go, boop, you did it, you're good to go. So besides, and then also, like, what if your mom calls you or your boyfriend calls you and they're like, oh, we need you, you need to take off the glove, answer the phone, or whatever the case is. So like that, you just take them off. It's easy, you throw it away, and there you go. So other than that, I've just been using Splat for a really long time. I really like it. I really enjoy it. The fact that it's ammonia free, I think, is great, because then you can also use it multiple times. You can literally dye your hair as many times as you want to without there ever being a problem. And it has been the only hair product that I have honestly found that has honestly kept my hair looking vibrant, looking natural, which is the one thing that I actually really don't like about sometimes other hair dyes, is that the hair doesn't look very natural, as to where Splat actually makes it look like I was actually born with the hair color when it like washes out and stuff like really good. That's what I think at the end. So other than that, I mean, you guys are more than welcome to use whatever hair dye you want. I mean, I know people like the Arctic Fox more. They say that it works better. I mean, I think it just depends on the type of hair you have and the type of person. And plus, if you're allergic to certain things, this would actually be a good idea to use, because if you're not allergic, and it's literally like paint, you can just paint your hair every single day basically. And it's fun, it's easy, it's a really easy cleanup. Just put, actually also, little help tip here: go outside, do it outside. I actually just sit on the ground and just do it. You know, you put a mirror right there, so that way you're not messing up anything, you're not dirtying your house, you're not dirtying your mama's bathroom, you're not nothing. And then I wash my hair outside with the hose. I know it seems a little crazy, but I do. I like to wash my hair with the hose because the water's already cold, and two, it's already outside and it can't get anything wet or dirty or stained. So yeah, those are my tips. I hope you guys found this video helpful, useful, fun. I'm just starting off making this video, so let's see. I'm gonna see if I can do like an update video so I can show you guys about a week or two how the color is still on, or how it looks, and any changes that I want that I had to do, if I had to put more on it or not. But if not, like again, I said, if you really want to try out the Splat colors, I definitely recommend it for you to go. Like I said, go to splathairdye.com, or just go to your local grocery store, to your local store. Not the grocery store, I meant to Walmart, CVS, places like that. They do have it, Target. Or you can also follow them on their Instagrams and on their Twitter, and they also have Facebook. So that's that. So now, thank you again to everyone. And I want to say to all you first responders, everybody dealing with this coronavirus, my dearest condolences to those families that have lost people in this coronavirus at this time, in this epidemic. My heart and a big thank you to all you first responders and everybody in the front line trying to and putting themselves in the line of danger every day to try to help us get rid of this epidemic that we're all going through. I know it's hard being quarantined. We're all trying to figure out what to do. I have a great respect for teachers. So all you teachers out there that I ever had as a teacher, I apologize for ever making you guys feel any type of way, because it is not easy. It's not. But you know what? We need to all stay together, be strong together, and keep on fighting forward, okay? So I hope you guys subscribe, hit that like button, and like this video. And I hope you found it helpful. Y'all have a good day. Holla at your girl.